So what did you like about it?
I liked getting to sit in the dark booth and pilot a mech like I was piloting a real mech.
Sure.
It was pretty cool.
Wait, did you just say I was piloting a real mech?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know that I should have to say this, but there's no such thing as a real mech.
That's alright though.
So, I liked the game overall. I had a really good time sitting down and playing it, but it did feel a little antiquated. I mean, it's really all about the experience, right? It's not really about the gameplay or the game or anything like that. It's really 100% about the controller. And while that's cool, I mean, there's a long history of complicated controllers in mech-based games, but I'm not exactly sure if it's 100% what everyone will like, because it's really all about the immersive experience, not as much about the gameplay. Agreed?
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Let's shoot this way. And why don't you guys be in the background? So tell me a little bit about these pods that you see right here.
These are the virtual world Tesla II BattleTech cockpits.
Tesla II?
Yep, Tesla II.
Okay.
These physical pods have been in existence for the last 12 or so years.
Okay.
They were all in locations, in set locations. They moved to Dave & Buster's throughout the country,
Okay.
and then they eventually got bought up by private parties.
Okay.
One of which includes the Fallout Shelter Arcade, which has started with 8 cockpits. Just last year we expanded and we got 4 more.
Okay.
So now we're at a total of 12.
Okay. And then tell me about the gameplay a little bit. So it's a mech-based game, right?
Yep, this is based off of the BattleTech franchise.
Okay,
So
cool.
anybody that's familiar with BattleTech knows what we're talking about. We've got 60 or 50 odd different mech choices they can choose from, not including variants that are inside of each mech.
Okay.
Inside each cockpit, there's 7 screens, 50 odd buttons, a throttle, joystick, and pedals to control your mech. Then you got torso twisting, so you can be moving one direction and shooting another direction.
Now you said it's based on the BattleTech universe. Is it a different game, or is it actually one of the BattleTech franchises?
Nope, it is. It's a licensed IP for BattleTech.
Okay, very, very cool.
Battlemech combat is fast and furious.
Welcome to BattleTech.
So I decided when I was selecting my mech, they had one really corny looking one that looked like a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
So my first thought was, I do not want to be a Power Ranger out on that field because I'm going to get annihilated.
Right.
But when it came time to select my name, that's the only thing I could think of was Power Ranger.
So
So I was a Power Ranger out on the field. There's me. I'm the Pink Ranger. You were the little purple guy. And I wasn't really paying attention when he was explaining what all the buttons did.
sure.
So
You bailed on it.
So yeah, once I figured I would figure it out once I got into the pod itself, and I didn't. I couldn't figure out how to back up.
Make your mech go backward. Hold down the red button on the throttle. Then, with the red button held down, push the throttle forward.
And it was kind of hit or miss whether I would back up or go forward. And so a lot of my strategy involved just running into people at full speed. My strategy was to make out with your missiles. There you go.
How did it work out?
Not that well. I was the second from the bottom on the score sheet. So
I also didn't really know what all the screens in there did. And he said that there was 50 different types of controls, and I maybe used 10 of them. Did you feel like you used all 50? I pressed a bunch of buttons and I have no idea what they did.
I feel like I used maybe 5.
Yeah. You probably do need to play it 15 or 20 times to really get a handle on the control, but do you think that you could play 15 or 20 times worth of an open, just a giant room full of mechs, essentially? Like the map?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Yeah, I probably could too. I don't know.
I think it'd still be great to take a truckload of people down to the Fallout Arcade and
yeah, for sure.
shoot some stuff in mechs.
Damage critical.
BattleTech just celebrated their 25th year anniversary about 3 years ago, so we're talking like 28 years or so.
Okay.
So the game, the franchise has been around for a long, long time. It's steeped in a ton of history. There's over 60 novels alone set in the franchise, and it keeps going. You know.
How many of the novels have you read?
34.